So today we're going to dive into the story of a really fascinating Indian social enterprise called RAG Innovations. And we're going to look at how they're using some pretty clever engineering to tackle a couple of massive and deeply connected problems.
And this is really the big question at the heart of it all. How do you fight poverty and a social taboo with a single machine? I mean, it sounds almost impossible, doesn't it? But as you'll see, RAG Innovations' approach is just a fantastic example of grassroots innovation at its best.
Okay, so to really get why their solution is so smart, we first have to understand the two major hurdles they're trying to overcome. One is a lack of resources, and the other is a culture of silence.
Now, the first challenge has a name. It's called menstrual poverty. And look, this isn't just about not being able to afford pads. It's a much bigger, systemic issue. It means not having access to basic hygiene, which can literally stop girls from going to school or women from going to work. It holds people back.
And then, on top of that economic problem, you have this deep-seated social taboo. In so many communities, menstruation is just not something you talk about, ever. And that silence, well, it makes it incredibly difficult for women and girls to ask for help or even get the products they need.
So, with those two big challenges in mind, one economic, one cultural, let's take a look at the solution that RAG Innovations engineered.
This is where RAG Innovations comes in. They're a startup, and they're officially recognized by the government of India. Right from the very beginning, their mission has been super focused. Serve underprivileged women and girls by creating a solution that's sustainable, eco-friendly, and genuinely empowering.
Okay, so here's the core of their technical innovation. You see, other low-cost machines were out there, but they tended to make these bulky, kind of lower-quality pads, usually without wings. The absolute genius of the RAG Innovations machine is that it can produce modern, ultra-thin napkins with wings. Now, that might sound like a small detail, but it makes a world of difference in terms of comfort and effectiveness. And get this, they made it affordable. A whole setup costs just 1.5 lakh rupees, which is about $1,800 US. That price point is a complete game changer. It makes it totally possible for small community groups, local nonprofits, and even schools to become manufacturers themselves.
But here's the really crucial part, and what makes this model so powerful. They understood that just selling a machine and walking away, well, that wasn't enough. That wouldn't create real lasting change.
So they built an entire support system around the machine. This is so important. They don't just drop off the hardware. They make sure these new businesses have a steady supply of quality raw materials. Then they provide hands-on training to actually run the unit. They also handle all the maintenance and this is key, they help run awareness campaigns in the community to start breaking that taboo we talked about. It's a full circle solution.
And this just brilliantly shows how a piece of technology, when you pair it with the right kind of support, becomes so much more. It becomes a tool for real community transformation. It stops being about a product and starts being about empowerment.
And hey, this isn't just some idea on a whiteboard, it's really happening. Take this quote from Nishi Mishra, a school principal in Gwalior. She explains how they set up their own manufacturing unit right there in the school, turning it into a community project that provides both the products and vital education. Just incredible.
So when you actually map out their core goals, you can see how it all just connects. The machine creates jobs, which helps the local economy. The products themselves improve hygiene. The whole model supports these big national programs like Make in India. But really, at its heart, it's about one thing: putting power, economic power, directly into the hands of underprivileged women and girls.
So you see, what starts out with a piece of hardware, it evolves into something so much bigger. It becomes about fundamentally changing the entire conversation around menstrual health.
Their official mission is as bold as it is clear. It takes direct aim at that first huge challenge we discussed, to create a healthy world without menstrual poverty.
And their vision? Well, that goes right after the second challenge. They want to create a world where menstruation is no longer a taboo. They understand you can't truly solve one of these problems without also solving the other. They go hand in hand. Ultimately, the RAG Innovations model is about so much more than just sanitary napkins. It's really a powerful template for change. And it leaves us with this really interesting question. What other massive, global problems could be solved, not by some giant top-down plan, but with thousands of accessible, community-driven local innovations, just like this one?